Hey, what's up, boys? We're here for the start of season 12. We're currently on patch 12.1. It's going to be the first patch of the season. We got the patch notes in front of us. It's going to be by the authors Ariso and Riot Aether. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. But let's get in. It's posted 17 hours ago, so maybe I should have seen it sooner, but we'll be all right. So yeah, let's start off, man. Happy New Year, folks. Welcome to season 2022. We're kicking off the new ranked season with a soft reset, changes to decay, and some visual updates. We'll also have a few champion and item balances, changes to teleport, a couple of beautiful new Elderwood skins. Well, let's get right into it, shall we? I'm excited for this. Let's see. Check out the new TFT year kicking off in the TFT patch notes. Oh, we might have a look at that later as well. But for now, we're gonna go for this. Okay, we got cheeky little name combo here. There we go. We got Paul and Gina. Nice. Thank you very much, Paul and Gina. Patch note highlights. So we're gonna have nerfs to Rek'Sai and Sona for what is that? For elite and skilled play, and then skilled play for Sona. And then we have buffs to Diana. Oh wow, buffs to Diana and Gangplank. That's going to be interesting. And then we also have some system changes. It's going to be Eclipse, Force of Nature, Immortal Shield Bow, Teleport, and Wit's End. We got the two new skins, Elderwood Gnar and Elderwood Rek'Sai. They look amazing. I'm really excited about those ones. And then we also have a ranked visual update, which I'm really excited about. We saw some teasers for this like a couple of months ago, and they looked really cool. So I'm really excited to see how they turned out. Elderwood Gnar and Elderwood Rek'Sai will be available on January the 6th, so we'll be expecting that pretty soon. That is actually tomorrow. This is fairly early on. I was expecting it to be like a week later, but it's actually going to be the next day after the patch comes out, so that's amazing as well. So, champions, here we go. Diana, passive AP ratio and monster damage ratio increase. Oh, interesting. So she might be decent against she might be decent to be able to jungle again, which is nice. Many have come to enjoy Diana jungle since our changes earlier this year. Even though she's been distinctly underpowered, we're putting some power back into the role. We're giving her a bit of a buff so she can use in mid. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they wanna. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so the AP ratio is going from 40% to 50%, and the monster damage ratio is going from 250 to 300. So you're going to be doing more damage in general on your passive, which is I believe every third attack it does like a little AOE in front of her. And she's also going to be doing 50% more damage to monsters, up to 300% of a pass, it seems really nice to be fair. Like, I don't feel like Diana was that bad, and now she's going to hopefully do well in the jungle as well. Okay, Gangplank. Q mana cost and cooldown reduced. Gangplank's parley is not as powerful in lane after Grass was nerfed on him, that's true. So we're letting him use it more often. I don't know why they wrote more often, I guess that was a bit of a pun. They do like to have the puns in here. So let's see, the mana cost is going down from 60 to 40 to 55 to 35. Interesting. So it's down by 5 at each rank. So that's just like a general buff in all stages of the queue, which is nice to see. And the cooldown is also going down by 0.5. Obviously, if you're going to be stacking ability haste, that's going to go down by even more. So that's fantastic. This is just a straight up buff to Gangplank players. I'm sure they're going to be loving it. It seems like a really nice change. Rek'Sai. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I don't play a lot of Rek'Sai. I only see Rek'Sai every now and again, but Rek'Sai has been really strong lately, in my opinion. Okay, Unburrow E damage adjusted. Burrow E cooldown. Sorry, Burrowed E cooldown increased late. Rek'Sai is a bit too strong in skilled play. There we go. Maybe I play in skilled play, maybe I don't. Especially when she maxes E first. We're targeting exactly that while leaving her normal Qmax build relatively unchanged. As a reminder, E Furious Bite, that's the one where she bites, obviously. Damage gets doubled and converted into true damage at max Fury stacks. And I guess the Fury stacks for Rek'Sai is when she like auto attacks a couple times and you see her bar maxing out, right? Similar to her Lex and something like that. Okay, so the physical damage on the E is going from 50 to 90 plus 85% bonus AD to 55 to 75. Wow, okay. Still plus the 85 bonus AD. So I would guess that you're still it's a bit of a base damage on the E. So you wouldn't want to go tanky. I think you're gonna keep this this aggressive lethality build on the Rek'Sai, which is quite interesting. And then the E tunnel also is going from 14 seconds to 18 seconds. I don't think that's much of a problem, to be honest, because I feel like the tunnels weren't really that impactful when it came to how strong Rek'Sai actually was. I think she was just like one-shotting people, which is still probably going to happen because, let's be honest, in the late game, how much damage is this? Is it 25 damage? No, 15 damage is not going to do much of a difference, especially when you keep that 75 bonus AD. Anyway, we'll see. Sona, armor growth reduced, E cooldown increase. Wow, so they're going to be nerfing Sona as well. Sona's been overperforming in skill play and pushing the limit in other brackets ever since Archangel Staff was changed in the preseason. We're tapping down on her power by slightly reducing her durability and ability cost frequency. So her base armor growth is going from 3.3 to 3, which is, it doesn't seem that much, but over the game, over each level up, you're definitely going to feel that after a while. But then again, once you get caught as a Sona, you're probably going to die either way. So maybe just like players you're normally playing and you might die more often than not. But yeah, I don't think this is going to change the playstyle at all, really. And then we also have E, Song of Celerity. The cooldown's going from 12 to 14 seconds. Once again, it's quite interesting because Sona obviously gets the cooldown reduction increase on her passive, and you're also going to be building a bit of cooldown reduction. Most supports build cooldown reduction. It's just in their kit, in the items they buy, they'll get extra cooldown reduction, so that's good. Yeah, interesting change. I think she needed a change because I think right now she was sitting on like a 54% win rate in Plat and higher, so I think that's a decent change. We're happy about that. Obviously, I play Sona quite a lot. I think it's called for. Sona's really strong at the moment. I was using Moonstone, and the amount of healing I was doing in the game, maybe just a couple of minutes after I bought Moonstone, a couple of team fights later, I was healing about 3k, which is it's ludicrous considering like some people who run First Strike are getting about 200 coins, 200 gold, and I'm healing 3k. I mean, I'll take that any day of the week. Okay, items. Eclipse. Despite being weak overall, Eclipse was the strongest lethality mythic before preseason. We overdid its buffs in 11.23, so we're partially reverting those brackets. This change also applies in its own masterwork item, Sugars. I can't pronounce that, I'm afraid. So Everrising Moon cooldown melee is going from 6 seconds up to 8 seconds. So this is the shield you get, I believe, when you attack people. It's going to be going up. So it's just going to be a straight up nerf, right? You're going to have to time your engages better. It's similar to if you would time like your aftershock engages or something like that. If you're playing support, for example, you just have to time this better. It doesn't seem too long. However, in team fights, this is probably going to be a bit more dramatic because you won't be necessarily timing your engages in team fights. You will just have the extra buff every 6 seconds. Now you might have to keep an eye on that, and it's gonna affect you in team fights more than like 1v1 trades after you get this item straight up. Okay, Force of Nature. Force of Nature's pair was a bit too hard to reach due to its stack duration. It's also been a bit weaker than its counterpart Spirit Visage, so naturally we're adding more force to make it a heavy magic resist item. I like the idea of this. Absorbed stack duration is going up to 7 seconds, which is nice. You're going to keep that buffer a bit longer. Dissipate magic damage reduction is going up 25%. I mean, this just sounds good. It's going to be a straight up buff. We're going to have to see how it goes. It's not really a... I wouldn't really say it's a certain like champion who wants to build this, so we're gonna have to see like overall in the next patch how this evolves and how this buff changes. It might be too strong. I don't think so. I think people just don't like buying Force of Nature. People generally don't. I say people generally don't like buying defensive items, but it is kind of true. We'll see how it goes. I think it definitely needs that because no one was buying that at all. Immortal Shield Bow. Immortal Shield Bow has made some marksmen and fighters a bit too, immortal. We're bringing it down a bit so there are larger trade-offs to consider when comparing to other marksman mythics. Okay, the Ornn Masterwork will now have 65 AD and the same changes to Lifeline. Okay, so let's see these changes because they seem quite strong, to be fair. Attack damage is going down to 50, which is quite a big change, to be honest. 5 damage is decent on an item like this, especially when you're rushing to complete it as soon as possible. Lifeline changes. It's going from 300 to 800 based on level to 275 to 650. Wow. See, this seems like a big nerf. The shielding late game can be so strong, right? And now that it's getting changes, you're going to have to think, hey, do I really want to buy some Bane, or would I rather buy a Bloodthirster? What's going to be more decent, you know? Do I just dodge the damage of Gale Force instead of buying the Immortal Shield Bow, which was basically like, hey, attack me and you'll be in trouble because I'm going to get a massive shield lifesteal, you know, you're going to be dead before you can kill me. But now with these changes going down, how much is that? 150 HP? That's going to be interesting, man. That's a lot of HP. That's a lot of HP. All right, Wit's End. Wit's End has been powerful as an early defensive and offensive item for attack speed champions. However, considering its threat as a DPS item, its build path and stats counter magic damage a bit too early. So the build path has been changed from half-bound axe, Negatron cloak, longsword, plus 750 gold to half-bound axe and null magic mantle, a pickaxe, and 675 gold. Total gold cost unchanged. Okay, let's have a look at this. So Negatron Cloak was the stronger one, I believe. It's the upgrade from Null Magic Mantle, right? Or is it the way around? I'm pretty sure it's that way around. However, Longsword and Pickaxe change is a bit of a problem. Overall, it's cheaper and you can pick it up afterwards, but it's gonna be a bit more ass to buy nowadays. I think that's a nerf as well. Obviously, having to buy the pickaxe, that's a bit of a change. And also the magic resist going by 10. Nobody likes to see that. You want to buy this because you're maybe playing, I don't know, really anyone who likes attack speed nowadays against like a double AP comp. You know what I mean? You definitely want to go for that. Sorry, I need a bit more water there. Now we're down to the Summoner Spells Teleport. While League of Legends is indeed a team game, it generally evolves in phases. As the game progresses, you interact with your team more. Lane phase lets you flex your individual skills, but it also needs some outside influence to keep things from getting too predictable. However, right now, there's too much disruption happening too early and too often. This is especially the case with frequent teleport fights in bot lane. And this isn't only bad for bot laners. Top and mid also lose out on the ability to express their laning phases in the same way. Currently, it often feels like bot gets decided by outside influence, and mid and top get decided by the influence they have on bot lane, rather than how they play their own lane. That is really true. As a bot side main, I would have to say it does feel like that, especially jungle pressure, right? I mean, they're not going to change that now because that's what the jungle is there for, but whatever. Teleport also tends to crowd out other spells because when wielded properly, its flexibility offers both safety and a high level of game influence. Today, you can use it quickly to get back to your own lane and farm, but you can use it to intervene in other lanes. In an effort to bring back some balance, we're reshaping the spell by tempering its offensive capabilities early and upgrading it later on to retain its exciting mid to late game impact. Ooh, I like the sound of this. So updated, teleport cooldown is going from 420 to 210 based on level, to 360 at all levels. See, that sounds like an early game buff for me. That sounds pretty good. So I wouldn't mind using it in the early game. Sometimes you don't want to use teleport in the early game because you feel like, oh my god, 420 cooldown, that's going to be a bit ass. Anyway, new Unleash Teleport. Teleport can only be used on allied towers, so not on wards, not on Jarvan flag, whatever. Once tower plating falls at 14 minutes, teleport transforms to Unleash Teleport, which can be targeted on allied towers, minions, wards, and certain allied constructs. Same as the Season 21 teleport. Interesting. So they're keeping all like the Thresh Lantern teleports, the Teemo Shrooms teleport, stuff like that. That's going to be cool. And the Unleashed teleport cooldown is 240 seconds. So that sounds really good. I heard a lot of people complaining about this, saying, oh, but it's more difficult to freeze the lane, blah, 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 blah. But to be honest, I think you'll still be able to freeze the lane. Don't get me wrong. You'll still be able to freeze the lane. It helps a bit in the sense that top lane teleport seemed like a bit of a problem because you could get a kill in your lane, shove the wave. You don't have time to shove the wave, right? Try shove the wave, head back, and by that time your opponent could freeze the lane and he'd be dead. Like you would have to get your jungler to come up because you wouldn't have the pressure because he would be a level in front of you because they can get back to the lane so quickly with teleport. But we'll see how this goes. It's kind of nice that they can't TP on minions anymore. I think it's gonna help the game. Also, when you've killed someone, they can't TP behind you in a bush, for example. You can pay attention to that stuff, but it seems a bit cleaner. I like the changes. I like the changes as bot lane. I like the changes. Okay, Rank Season 2022. Rank Season Start and Split 1. This is going to be interesting. The Summoner's Rift Rank Season 2022 begins on Friday the 7th of January. Check the table below, see what times it starts in your region. All rank accounts will receive a soft reset of 5 tiers for initial seeding. For example, Gold 1 will become Silver 2. So I will become Silver 4 at the moment, I believe, or Silver 3, something like that. Alright, so here we have your times. I'll leave this on the screen for like a couple of seconds so you can figure out where you are. I'm going to be in Europe. Where am I going to be? I guess Europe, London. So I'm going to be, what is it? January 4 a.m., I guess, right? There we go. We have the local time and the PST time. There you go, boys. You can have a look at that. This also marks the beginning of Summoner's Rift Split 1. The exclusive rules of Split 1 is as follows. A Vex Summoner Icon, Vex Emotes, Vex Champion Permanent, and Series 1 Eternal Capsule. For more information about the rank splits, you can check out the support page here. We're not going to do that at the moment because I think we all know what's going to be happening. Changes to Apex tier decay. Okay, so this is, I believe this is for like when you play in Diamond and when you play in Master, Grandmaster and stuff. Oh, we'll read it anyway. Decay rules for Apex tiers, aka Master, Grandmaster, and Challenger, are changing in season 2022. I believe if you're watching this video and this applies to you, then let me know, because that'll be interesting. These changes are intended to correct misplacements and improve matchmaking experience. Note that this only applies to Apex tiers. Diamond Decay rules are not changing this season. Okay, so Diamond players, don't worry about it. You don't have to relearn your Decay rules. You'll be fine. Updated bank days for Apex players is going from 10 days to 14 days. So I believe what this means is you play 10 games and you can bank those. So I think for the next 10 days, you don't have to play any games because you bank those days, but after 14 days, they expire. So you have to play some more games after 14 days. And updated decay rate is 250 LP per day, down to 75 LP per day. That's kind of nice, but I think you still don't want to be losing that much LP per day, to be honest. But maybe if you go on holiday, instead of losing like 1,000 LP because you can't play at all, you maybe only lose like, I don't know, a couple of hundred LP, you know, which is way nicer. Especially if you're like a high rank challenger who wants to keep that high rank, you don't want to have to grind all the way back up. But I guess if you're a high rank challenger, you're probably grinding anyway. You know what I mean. Apex floor decay is going from Diamond 1 to Diamond 2. I'm not sure what that means, to be honest. It doesn't affect me, so we don't care. Oh, here we go. Visual updates. Wow, so this is cool. So this makes me want to grind a bit more, man. Get that plat. Get that plat. You know how I mean? So these look lovely. Most of us are going to be chilling in this top side here. The skilled ones under us are going to be chilling in the spot side here. You know, we respect all of them. So yeah, these are the visual updates. Have a quick look at that. Very nice, very nice. We're laying the groundwork for new Challenger feature, which will arrive later this year. You'll see some visual updates for your ranked identity and game lobbies starting this patch. New, ranked armor has transformed into ranked crests. Check out your ranked, fresh new crests in your profile, ranked paid game lobby, and friends list. Ranked crests also have ambient magic, yay. Ooh, that sounds cool. Is that like a little animation? I don't know what that is. Updated. Loading screen borders have been updated to match the rank crest. Very cool. Several parts of the game UI lobby have been rearranged for character. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. I might have to change up my stream setup, but we'll see. We'll see. Very cool. I'm like, these are the stuff I get excited about. You know, it's like a nice visual update. I love these. When they changed the Summoner's Rift, it was the best time. Anyway. Forge God Clash. In celebration, I don't really play Clash, but if people want to play Clash, let me know. In celebration of ranked 2022 start, there'll be a special Forge God Clash tournament with the following special Forge God themed rewards: 3 trophies, 3 banners, 5 team logos. Forge God Clash will only take place one weekend. Team formation opens on the 10th of January, with matches taking place on the 15th of January and the 16th of January. Forge God Clash is not part of the regular Clash season. Interesting. You will still be able to earn Forge God theme rewards, but your Clash VP track won't be affected. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know what that last bit means because I don't play Clash. The first Clash tournament of 2020 season will count towards the VP track. It will also be in patch 12.4. And then we got bug fixes and QOL changes, quality of life. Okay, behavioral system. Intentionally feeding detection has been improved to evaluate more variables and will go live to all seasons this patch. This is going to be interesting because we do have some intentional feeders in our game, but I feel like I also look like I'm intentionally feeding, but I'm not actually intentionally feeding. Anyway, we'll carry on. Objective bounties. Target active bounties now have different health bars to indicate their bounty status. That's very cool. I love a cheeky little visual update. I love that. Fixes a bug where Kled would sometimes respawn with the incorrect amount of health. Fixes a bug where Kled could sometimes get hit by missiles immediately before or while dismounting, even though he should be untargetable in those moments. Interesting as well. Attacking an enemy marked with a W, Yodel Snap Trap, 90 caliber net will no longer incorrectly grant Caitlyn passive headshots. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I don't really want to read all of these, to be honest. I'm going to leave these on the screen for a minute. You can have a read down. Let's give you a little 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, we're done. I'm sure you guys don't want to read this either, to be honest. Anyway, upcoming skins and chromas. Oh my god, we're excited for this one. So following skins will be released this patch. We know they're coming on the 6th of the 1st, so get your wallets ready for that one. Elderwood Gnar, look at this, looking lovely. Elderwood Rek'Sai as well, looking great. The following chromas will come out. Wow, these look fantastic, man. Chromas are so amazing. Look at this one. He's a black eye. Is that a mistake, or is that just like how it is? That's very nice, dude. They're looking fantastic. That's the end of the patch notes. So, interesting patch. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited mostly for the visual updates and the new rank season. Come on, the boys. We can do it, man. We can get the plat this season. Come on. Come support me, boys. Anyway, you can check out my Twitch, watch the other YouTube videos, and yeah, just enjoy the patch. Let me know what you thought about the patch. Any changes where you think, what a right thinking, man. 200 years of experience and they're doing this? Let me know. Let me know. Anyway, peace out.